This is Story Route Zero, a podcast where friends gather to talk of their travels through the good, the bad, the ugly, the funny, and even the confusing worlds encountered in games. We may not always know where we're going, but that's often half the fun. Do you have a question, comment, concern, or a story of your own? Hit us up on Twitter at storyroute_0. You can email us at storyroute0@gmail.com, and you can find everything we do at storyroute0.com. Let's have a journey. Sky caves in, the devil cuts loose, you blow a fuse. Welcome to Story Route Zero. That was Bjork. My name is Matthew. Thought I'd scare Jason a little bit. He seemed a little startled. How are you, Jason?
What the? I'm okay now.
What is going on?
That other voice you hear is Moose. My name is Matthew. I almost said Muse for some reason.
Muse? That's okay.
What an overrated band. Yeah, this is Story Route Zero. We talk about video games. But first, how was your guys' weekend?
It was good. It's a good weekend, man.
What'd you do?
Warlords of New York dropped last Tuesday for Division 2, which is the new expansion. Whole lot of shit's changed. Level cap was taken up to 40, and then they got rid of gear score levels, and so now it's like shade. Now it's like shade levels. So it's kind of like the levels in whatchamacallit? Oh yeah. Never mind.
Destiny.
Yeah. But other than that, working on that and everything else, it was good. Hung out, went to lunch with the wife, went to a brewery to pick up my favorite beer and didn't drink beer, which I was happy about. So.
Oh, that's good. I mean, you're in the home stretch, less than a month, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Well, it's less than a month.
Yeah. Less than a month when this publishes. Is it your birthday the 10th?
No.
When is your birthday? The 5th? Oh, okay. So, my bad. So less than a month. All right, cool. Both when this publishes and when it records. Great. Now everybody, now that we're all caught back up. Jason, how was your weekend?
Not bad. Relaxing. We went out to Shake Shack with friends of ours. 8 people, 4 kids. It was
awesome.
That's brutal.
Kind of felt bad for the floor of Shake Shack.
Hey.
Of where?
Of Shake Shack. The floor.
Shake Shack.
It's the life equivalent of hell diving.
I did want to say, like, when you said that message and I was, like, kind of crapping on their burgers, I was like, no, that's Smash Burgers.
Yeah, I like Shake Shack better than Smash Burger.
Yeah,
I was completely wrong. Like, theirs are way overhyped, but...
Yeah.
I feel like anytime I eat Smash Burger, I'm like, ugh. It's like Thanksgiving dinner. You're like, oh, God. I can't eat for another couple of days.
Yeah.
Shake Shack's not as bad.
Yeah.
We survived. All the kids. Well, we got the food quick, so that kind of controls the kids.
Right.
Food's like the equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, hey, everyone, focus. Do what you got to do.
I mean, Shake Shack looks like really good, man. I need to get down there. There's one in Charlotte. I'll have to go
Shake
down
Shack is. I do like their burgers a lot.
Get those crinkle cut fries.
Ooh, crinkle cut fries are like, those are like a diamond in a rough. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many fries out there that are just like subpar. But then
them and waffle fries. I really like a waffle.
Love waffle fries.
Oh yeah. Like Chick-fil-A's waffle fries are good, but like I feel like I enjoy crinkle fries way more than I don't.
Right.
And so like when I see like, oh, I'm getting crinkle fries, it's like there's a level of excitement there. Whereas but maybe that's just because everybody else just does regular fries. You know what I mean? Like
Yukon fries are good if they're seasoned right.
What's a Yukon fry?
The giant ones.
the big like this almost like the steak fries.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I always thought they were all steak fries. My bad.
I think it's the seasoning, but if they're seasoned too bland, it's like this is just a freaking potato.
Yeah, the Yukon fries are a little bit different than the steak.
Okay. Well, so you're from PA, Moose. What do you think of the crab fry situation?
The what?
You don't know what crab fries are?
No. So
where it's what Chickies and Pete's do. They do the Old Bay seasoning on them.
I wouldn't mind that.
Well, everyone here loses their goddamn shit over them, and I think they're awful. Everyone looks at me like I have lobsters crawling out of my ears. I'm like, nope, these are not good. I don't know why you guys like them.
Okay, so everybody loves them, and you don't like them. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like, I guess, the Old Bay potato chips.
Yeah, I can mess up a bag of Old Bay potato chips. But
right, these you can't.
The Chickies and Pete's crab fries. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
I'm perfectly okay being the problem there. I was actually going to bring something else up. Oh, if you want to get yourself into some garbage, the nacho fries at Taco Bell, very nice.
Nice.
Speaking of tacos, that KFC thing. It's the chicken's the taco. Like what the fuck?
I mean,
I think America we've just run out of things to do with food. So.
Wait, this food's bad for you. How can we make it worse? Let's make the taco fried chicken and put fried chicken in. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't try it because I totally would. But also, like
people were getting killed over that Popeye sandwich.
Yeah, I think before that happened, I didn't realize that you couldn't get a chicken sandwich at Popeye's, number one. And I also didn't realize that there was a giant clamoring for a good chicken sandwich out of the fast food market. I'm just like, all right, this is a war I did not know was happening.
Well, as a man that has access to, I think, all of the chicken sandwiches, I don't know if y'all have Bojangles up there.
No, Bojangles I think is below the Mason-Dixon line.
Like, but see, that's in a whole nother league in of itself because it's on like a biscuit. Like if you get the Cajun filet sandwich,
we're talking.
And it comes on a biscuit. So like you got that sandwich. I can go get Wendy's is all right. I like Wendy's. Chick-fil-A, although I think like Chick-fil-A's is kind of going downhill a little bit. It's not as good as I think it was. No. And then
don't you hate when you see commercials for like food, like these chains, and you like go to look it up, and it's like the nearest one's like 70 miles. Like, why are you broadcasting by me?
Why is your commercial in my fucking area, assholes?
Like I've seen Carl's Jr. commercials. I'm like, there's no Carl's Jr. in the state.
There's no Carl's Jr. There's no Hardee's, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's a fucking crime.
It is,
because the Monster Burger
are good.
The Monster Burger is the most underrated fast food burger in America today. Now, I'm not going to say it's better than any other one, but it is definitely the most underrated. And I say that because it's my favorite, and I miss it. I want my Monster Burger, damn it.
Well, you can come down here and visit.
There's also one in Delaware that's like an hour away.
We'll go get some Monster Burgers, and then we'll go eat or drink some beer. We'll go eat some Monster Burgers and drink some beer.
We'll get some Monster Burgers and then we'll go eat.
Yeah,
some beer because it's it's a meal in a glass.
And all of a sudden we're turning into a Jim Gaffigan sketch. Like when you go on vacation, well, they'll have something to eat. There's a snack bar there. Now we'll get something to eat. Okay, so back to pretty uneventful weekend here. We made chili yesterday, and we ate it today, and it's really nice. Good. I went to the dentist.
That must have been fun.
I mean, as it's interesting because it's my second time at this dentist. It's my first time having actual dental care in like 6 years. And my first appointment, like the hygienist looked in my mouth and was like, "What in the world is going on in there?" I'm like, "Okay, so a couple things. Don't need that reaction, and also I've not had dental care in like 5 years." So and then she understood, "Why have you not had to?" Like, well, benefits are a funny thing in America. I'm not going to really go into the whole political aspect of it, but I actually have dental insurance now, and that's why I'm here.
Nice.
Vote for Bernie. Anyway, and so today she's like, "Wow, you're doing way better." I'm like, "Yeah, it's pretty great once you have actual benefits that'll take care of this, and you have the ability to get to a dentist." And she's like, "Oh, so you weren't lying before?" I go, "No, I wasn't. I promise you. I want my teeth to be good too." So yeah, and then I also played some games because games are fun.
We played Clue Junior. Aria has Clue Junior.
Oh yeah.
I won. She was not happy. She's old enough. We don't pull punches.
Exactly. I like that. No. Yeah.
Like, well, let's play again. It's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm ending on a win. Go to bed.
That's right. That's like me and my niece and nephew with Mario Kart.
Wait till you can play Mario Kart. I will.
Yep.
I will hold that over you as long as I can, because eventually you're going to be able to take out your old man. We all know it's coming.
That's right. It'll be a day in the making, and she will not know what to do with herself when she does it. She'll be like, "Wait, what happened?"
Just think, when you actually beat me, you'll be so happy, and I'll be so sad. Anyway, so games. What'd you guys play? What are you guys playing?
Well, Moose can continue.
Yeah.
No,
Jason, you can go, man. Are you playing? Do you happen to be playing with your green screen behind you?
Yes, actually. A friend of mine suggested it. It's $15. Terminator Resistance. It's not bad.
That's what I hear.
I don't even remember this game.
It was in the fall, September, October.
Okay.
It feels like a mashup of. It's kind of arcadey, like an arcade shooter. Like I'm talking like Terminator, like a shooter, like loaded weapon, like Lethal Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Or you know what I'm talking about? Both. Right. One of them. And like,
how long has it been at this? 3 days now.
It's simple. It's nothing, but it's the Terminator. Like you hear the music, like dun 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 dun. It's like, oh. It takes place after Terminator 2. Completely retcons anything else because every movie did that anyway.
Right.
You're in the Resistance. You're looking for someone. You don't know who yet. Well, I don't know who yet. It's worth the 15. It's definitely not worth the full price.
Okay.
But it's always fun taking out T-800s coming at you, and Skynet. Gotta shut down Skynet.
Awesome. About time someone put that computer in its place.
Seriously.
Getting out of hand, Skynet.
Played some more. I always go back to Borderlands, trying different builds.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing another PC game.
What?
Yeah, I know. I've assimilated.
Wait a minute. Oh, it doesn't say Lee Navarro below your. Oh wait, no, but you actually play games. Just kidding.
I really hope this comes to consoles because you guys would absolutely love it. It's called Curse of the Dead Gods. Remember that West of Dead I told you about?
Yeah. So
similar to that, like Diablo, it's hack and slash. You have a weapon, a sidearm, and like a two-handed. It could be a hammer, a bow, a bigger gun.
So if you have a hammer, do you hammer in the morning? Just kidding.
You perhaps hammer in the evening.
So it is a roguelike. The big thing is you have this corruption meter. So as you take damage, it starts to fill. After you clear a stage, if you had filled the bar enough, you are cursed. you're cursed of the dead gods. You're cursed, but also it's a blessing. It's kind of like you'll get the ability,
Trade-off?
like it's a yeah,
Okay.
like you can do perfect dodges without waiting, but they won't restore stamina like they normally will.
Okay.
So it's like you get both ends of the, like it has a positive, but then it also takes something away.
So my guess is built into the mechanics, if you do a perfect dodge, it builds stamina. It gives you stamina back.
Yeah, so you need your stamina to use the two-handed, the special weapon, and you have a meter under you. So as you do them, what's cool is every stage ends, you get to pick your path on the map. So you could choose to go for more gold, or choose a relic, which buffs something. Choose a weapon. You don't know what the weapon is, but the stage will contain a weapon. Or you can go to choose a stat boost. So you pick basically you keep picking on the tree till you get to the end. And then it locks out the other. It shows what is locked out by your choice.
Okay. So it does like the Slay the Spire, mapping.
Like the whole, you go up.
All right.
There's two currencies. One currency when you die is gone. The other kind of holds over, and you could buy upgrades. Like when you take damage, you go into a rage for 5 seconds or something, like more stamina.
Okay.
And it's in early access now. And as you beat the stages, you unlock different abilities.
Okay. So it's Diablo, more of a hack and slash than.
Yeah.
Okay.
Less abilities than Diablo. Like you don't have the whole. You just have your basic attacks.
Okay.
And what else did I play? I'm reviewing a game, but it's in embargo till Thursday.
You posted impressions on Scourge Bringer.
Yes, my review on Scourge Bringer.
Obilisk.co. Go look at it.
They're planned as console release this year, so.
Yeah, isn't it Switch?
Yeah, Switch.
Okay, yeah.
Hopefully, eventually PS4, but. And another game I played, thanks to Moose, but I'll let him jump on this too. Awesome Pea. PEA. So you were literally.
Thank you for clarifying, because my head was in places.
It is it's a platformer, but you really just jump and move. You don't do much other than jump.
Double jump too if you need to.
One hit, you're dead, and you will die a lot. You'll get to safety, yes, I made the jump. Platform flips over and there's a spike. Son of a. And there's no
it's one of those.
But you learned that platform flips over.
It's one of those trolley platformers, right?
Yeah,
well, I don't know if it's trolly.
A little, because it's a little trolly, because you'll get back to that. You'll make the jump, and you're like, "Ha! I know where it is now." You jump, and the next platform moves too.
There was a game that was on iOS. It's like 2 or 3 years ago now. That was a troll ass platformer. I remember I saw a video for it, and then I found out what it was and played it. And I talked about it on Nerds Gone Rogue for a little bit, but I don't remember what it's called.
No checkpoints either, but the levels are really short once you get through.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time to get through them because you're
it's got something about it. Like you die and you're like, no, I want to go back. No.
I feel
it's like, no, screw you. We're doing this again.
Well, yeah, you hate the hitboxes. You hate that you're dying, but it reloads so fast. And like Jason was saying, the levels are so short that it's easy to get back into it, and get back into a swing. So.
Now, I know you played on Switch. Did you notice? So if you hold down or push down, it actually slows you. I don't know if I was just fat fingering the Vita.
I had no clue it did that.
Yeah, so if you slip and you're trying to move forward and you kind of push downwards, it shortens the jump, and you're like, nope, not gonna make that one.
Yeah, I did not know that. Okay, good to know.
There is a platinum.
I think you guys said before the show this is $3 right now.
Right now, it's on sale.
Is it on all platforms, or is it just Switch?
PS4 and Vita. I'm playing on Vita. It's not cross-buy though.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just saying you got it on sale there because I'm saying I got it on sale.
No, actually, I didn't get it on sale. I bought it the other day, and then it went on sale.
Ah, one of those kick in the teeth.
Yeah, I paid $5, and then it went to $3. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not like
it's not that
it'd be
bad.
one thing if I paid $20, and then it was like an Adam. What was that?
And then it was 20 cents. Adam's Venture Origins.
Yeah.
No, $20. How about 20 cents? No.
Mother of. So, anything else other than Awesome Pea?
No. No.
I like how you were both awkwardly silent, like I had said something bad, and I'm like, wait a minute, I said the name of the game right, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a second. That's Jason's question answer. So I was like, wait. Because we were both talking about it at the same time. It's one of those rare instances.
Are you playing anything else other than Awesome Urine?
Hey.
I did load up Dandara.
Oh, yes. One of my regrets from like 2018 that I still have not played. That game looks so good. I've heard it's difficult as hell, though.
It is.
Yeah.
And the reason I did Dandara, it's made by Raw Fury, who's doing, what game is it? Doing something now that I'm drawing a blank on that I was interested in. But yeah, no, it's definitely, it's not easy. Did you play it at all?
No, I've not.
So
I want to, though.
You don't move like traditionally left and right. Like
it's all dashes, right?
Yeah, it's just a dash from platform to platform. And you could so it's almost a puzzle where you have to figure out how to get to like below. You have to go like around to get under the platform.
Yeah.
And you do have you could shoot. I haven't gotten to any point where there's enemies that are attacking me, but I had to attack things to clear yeah.
Okay.
I briefly played that, and I can't remember the reason I played it. Like the publisher, like there was something, and I was like, oh, I should try this. And I was like, oh, I have it. Of course.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Moose, tell us about New York.
It's fun, entertaining.
Cool.
I just beat the DLC last night, like 11 o'clock. So now moving on into the end game stuff. So you basically they've gutted a lot of things and got rid of a lot of things and have streamlined stuff. Like I know a lot of people stopped playing Division 2 because you needed like a goddamn spreadsheet to know like where your damage was coming from or what was causing damage. And so they pretty much, now you basically have, you have one core stat and two lesser stats on your gear. And you can go like weapon damage, you can get gear with weapon damage, you can get gear with boosted armor and health. So you could be a tank, or you could get like skill, like gear with skills on them. As far as like boosting your skill power, boosting duration, like all that stuff. And or if you really want to, because now sets are 3 pieces instead of 6, like it was in Division 1. So you could run like 2 different sets and get the full bonus of each sets, which is nice. And then so like they used to have talents on all your pieces of gear. Now only your chest piece and your backpack have talents. So it's nice because you're not sitting there going like, oh, well, if I replace this leg, this holster, like I lose that talent. It's like, well, there's no talent to lose anymore. You know what I mean? So it's not there.
So all sets are only 3 pieces? Because I know in the base game there were some that were 5.
It can be up to 6, but I guess I should say to get the full bonus, you only need to have 3 on.
Oh, okay. I guess
I should clarify that. So to get the final bonus, you only need to have 3 equipped. Like you don't have to have a full 6 on. They got some new guns in the game. I picked up like this submachine gun that's pretty wicked. I'm trying to finalize. So basically, when you start the game, the the base game, you get 3 specializations after you hit 30 and beat the Capitol building. And so I've done the grenade launcher, which is the demolitionist. I've done the survivalist, and now I'm doing the sharpshooter. And so that's been a lot of fun. New York is like maybe like a third or a quarter of what the first New York was. Okay. So it's relatively big, running around, all the stuff. They got rid of the world tiers, so now it's like difficulty tiers. So like you can set your world to be like hard, and it'll be like, okay, all the control points are level 2. Or you could go like challenging, and it'll go to 3, and so on and so forth. And then like now control points, when you get a control point, you own that control point. The only way you would have to recapture that control point is if you reset the world so that you can basically farm. So you can farm control points if you want. And then they added a shade level at the end. Instead of doing like a gear score, it's a shade tech. And so now every time you level, you get a shade point, and you can invest it in one of 4 trees. And then like after a certain time, like it maxes out. But then the only one that doesn't max out is the scavenger tree, which increases like the loot that you find.
Okay. So instead of it being gear score, that's Paragon levels.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But then like it's weird because like you don't, maybe the gear score isn't like the major focus, because they're saying that it's like it's raised to 515 now too. Mm-hmm. But I wonder if that's when you go back to DC. Probably. I mean, you still have your shades. I just beat it last night, so it's like I have like my and I did a mission before we recorded, and so like I hit level 2 of shade level, and I haven't even spent the point yet. But I haven't even looked at like what gears stuff I should get, like any of that stuff. I'm just kind of like playing through and trying to get my bearings before I'm like, okay, this is the direction I want to go. I got to follow it.
So relatively quick expansion then,
or? So I really started it like maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
And played a lot yesterday. So it's basically, there's like 4 parts. Well, I lie. There's like 5 parts, but like the 5th part is kind of shortish, because like you're doing the 4 parts to get to that end mission. Mm-hmm. So like you have to like.
So it's 4 parts, then boss, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah, exactly. So it's like the 4 parts, and then you're doing the boss. And you can take however long you want, or you can go super short if you want. Like you can just skip the side missions and go right in to the main missions and tackle each part and then do the boss at the end. But I did like somewhere in between. Like I did a bunch of side missions. I didn't do all the control points. Didn't do like territories or anything like that. But that's all in New York as well. Like you got control points in New York, territories, whatnot. So it's actually a lot of fun. I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. The way they took the story, I really liked and enjoyed where they took it. So it'll be interesting. It also feeds into their seasons. So like you're going to get seasons. So basically, like I think seasons run 12 weeks. And so you can do stuff to level up in the season and unlock gear. And so it's pretty much like, hey, continuously grind. And I think the max level for each season is 100, is level 100. So, but yeah, it's good. Oh, we got three new
specializations.
Skills. No, skills. We got 3 new skills. The specializations were already there. I don't know if they're going to add more any later, but they did not add any in the
skills. Is that like the drone?
That's the drone, the turrets, all that stuff. Like you get like one that's a decoy that shows like a picture of you, and so like it distracts. There's
it's hilarious.
There's a shock sticky bomb, and then there's also an like a fire incendiary sticky bomb type thing, which kind of builds off the chem launcher, but not. So it's kind of like it's part of that, but it's not. And then there's also one that's actually really cool. It's a shock trap. So you basically throw it out, and then it just launches like little cylinders, and then they connect electricity to each other, and it just shocks your targets. It's like you could throw it into a group and shock them, and then everybody could just like focus their fire and like destroy them. So it's kind of like the size of the hive. But
Okay.
So played that, beat that. Played a lot of Awesome Pea, which thoroughly enjoying. Although fuck them hitboxes. And like the jumping, and so it's fun. Like it's like frustrating to the point where you're like, I know I can beat this, but not so frustrating where you're just like, okay, that is like cheap. You know what I mean? Like I think it still has a good. It's got, I wouldn't say Super Meat Boy controls, but it's not like one of those platformers where you need like Twitch reaction and you don't get it from the controls, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I feel like it does a good job with the controls, and I feel like I said it's challenging enough to where you're not bored, but not so much that you're frustrated. And then that's pretty much it, because we can't talk about the other game. But yeah, what have you been playing?
Working on the platinum for Super Blood Hockey.
Nice. How's that going?
It's good. I think I'm going robot here. 1 second. I just got a big alert on my screen saying your internet connection is unstable.
Yeah.
Great, thanks.
Because you won the tournament with Canada.
No, actually.
Your provider's unhappy.
I had to do that for a trophy. I also did it with North Korea. So we could talk, if you want to make this questionable, let's talk. But no,
Not that the cable company has morals.
Right.
Sons of bitches. We'll be there between 8 and 4 p.m. Fuck you.
Right.
So I started a new franchise. I am an American team this time. I am led by Murphy Nuts and Murray Waffles.
Murphy Nuts.
Nuts and Waffles leading the team to victory once again.
And
Murphy to Nuts, Nuts to Murphy. He scores!
Well, no, Murphy, Nuts is his last name. And Murray Waffles is his last name. So it's Nuts to Waffles. Waffles is my sniper. Nuts is my playmaker. All of this sounds completely appropriate. And,
that sounds something you should do in the privacy of your own home.
Well,
Nuts is my playmaker. Okay, sure.
Well, anyway,
people are like, "Isn't your dog Bagel? What's going on?"
Yep, yep. Nuts, waffles, and bagels, and hockey. Who knew?
Oh my!
That game is really fun. Despite its setbacks, I'm still having a blast playing it. I just have to grind to 100 wins. I'm at like 60, so play a couple seasons, be done. While I am growing attached to Murphy Nuts and Murray Waffles just as players, it's not a Zephyr and Kashnikov situation where if they died, I'd be like, all right, so they died, big deal. Whereas, my first team, it's your first one. Also, I'm still playing Bastion. I finished the campaign and I started score attack mode, so I'm just trying to work on the rest of the platinum. I did one. I've done one of the dreams with 5 and 10 idols, and then I did another one today with 5 idols. So felt pretty good there, but Jesus, that gets stressful after a while. Trying to do the score attack mode for 1,000,000 points is a bit grindy as well. But that game's still good. Like I could talk about, I could complain about doing all of this, but like also I'm doing this to myself. So what am I complaining about?
Well, I feel like I took a break from trying to do that platinum just because like you get to the end and you're like, oh, you got to do like, 1,000,000 points, blah, 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 all that stuff. And so like you go out and you see the videos where the people do it and then like you try it and you're like, this fucking sucks. And it's like, well, I can do it, but number one, I don't want to hate this game, and number two, I'm just like, I've played enough of the game recently where I'm like, I want to break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And like instead of trying to like I've looked at a couple of videos on them, and I'm starting. But the thing is, much like videos for Souls bosses, like the videos, they provide strategies. They don't really provide templates. Some of them will have like, you know, I use this weapon with these levels on it, or I use this weapon with these levels. But also the individual stages have enough RNG in them that nothing is, you know, cookie cutter. And
right, like it's just a guide.
Yeah, that's kind of a testament to how good of a design that stuff actually is, because I've played enough shooters with horde modes in them where it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, this needs to go off at this time, this needs to go off at this time, and that way the mob's sort of done. Whereas in Bastion, like having the tools does not equal win. You know, it's being able to use the tools you have as well. And also, like, the more I play this, the more I realize you can use any of the weapons that are in the game to do that stuff, and I think that's just a testament to how well that game is designed. So I mean, I'm frustrated at it, but I would be hard pressed to tell you it's not fun. So I will keep doing that. And also, I'm not going to talk about this game. I'm just going to mention that between last episode and this episode, we have decided to press forward with a game club. And we have decided that our first game is going to be Moonlighter. I started it. That's all I'm going to say.
You know. And for anyone listening that'd like to join us,
April
feel
6th.
free. April 6th will be the episode we discuss it. So obviously, spoilers. The game's old enough now. So if you're sensitive to that, deal.
Yeah. On our April 6th show, that's pretty much all we'll be talking about is spoiling the hell out of Moonlighter.
But feel free to write in your experience with it, where you were, if you got stuck, liked it, hated it. We won't be talking about it until then.
Yep.
For those that don't know, it is a dungeon crawler-esque game. You're a shopkeeper. So the loot, whatever you collect in the dungeon, you go back and you could sell it to customers. And it's not just a simple, oh, here, like you just sell, oh, this is worth 100. They'll come in and they'll react to your prices.
Yeah, you have to. So remember how many times in an RPG you've gone into a shop and been like, man, that's that much? Now you can cause
what's cool
that pain.
is the game will remember it for you. So if you sell this thing for 500 and the person's angry, you'll know next time you got an angry reaction, I'll lower it. And it'll show you like the perfect point, like where someone is on the fence, they really want it, or they're pissed off at you.
What is it going to take for me to get you into this surf and turf? No,
and then as you upgrade, obviously you get further in the dungeons, and that's the gameplay loop. So,
yes. So April 6th, we will be spoiling that game.
Book club game number 1, Moonlighter.
So yeah, that's all we're playing.
Not much is happening in the game world. Call of Duty, after more leaks than ever, we are getting another battle royale tomorrow.
Cool. World's worst kept secret.
It's 150 players though.
Yeah, I saw that and was like, wow, that's
kind of cool.
That is pretty cool. I mean, I'll probably download and play it. We had fun with the blackout mode.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to sit here and say that wasn't fun.
It's
right.
Free.
No.
It's free, so I'll try it.
Yeah, that was the sell for me was it's free, And then like the three of us have enjoyed playing it together. So, you know, I'll probably.
What's different is instead of the gadgets, you unlock kill streaks. Like a normal Modern Warfare multiplayer match.
Okay.
So you unlock the kill. I don't know which ones they are, but you unlock them to use.
Nice.
What about death streaks?
What?
No.
What about death streaks?
You'll probably be unlock the. You might want to go play something else. Free. That's what you'd be.
So it is free. I think it's standalone. You don't need the game.
I think it's standalone as well because they can't have like a free to play battle royale game if they force people to buy.
No, I mean they could do like Fortnite did. Technically, you own you have access
own
to
Fortnite Save the World or whatever.
But it's locked and you can't access it. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's true.
This might be a separate though.
Yeah.
I think it is a separate download.
I think it's available tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
Okay.
I'll try it, but Battle Royale for me, it's very, very short-lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked up Raw Fury, Jason. Were you thinking of Star Renegades?
No, I was thinking of West of Dead.
Oh. Raw Fury does that?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I just looked up Raw Fury. They didn't even mention that. Okay.
Final Fantasy VII remake demo that dropped last week.
Yes.
So that was like the day after we recorded the episode.
Yes.
So
did either of you?
No.
I played like 20 minutes of it. I enjoyed it.
So did you do the secret? Oh, did you finish or?
No, I've not finished yet. So I need to get to it and play it and beat it.
So there's a secret ending.
Oh, nice. So I'll have to look into it to play that. But as far as I know, the demo is available to anybody for kind of like as long as you want. And people were saying it's the same length of demo, same story of like the demo that was released before Final Fantasy the original came out. So like they did it like the same length, the same part of the game as that demo. And then you get a theme like a week before the game launches. You'll get a free theme if you download the game onto your PS4. Well, yeah, it is only on PS4.
Well, I think there's a theme already.
Well, there's a pre-order one.
There's like a Tifa theme. I think
there's like 4 themes. So there's the pre-order theme.
Mm-hmm.
There's the theme that you get if you download the demo, which isn't out yet. The Tifa theme you get if you go and buy 2 candy bars. It's Baby Ruth Butterfinger or Crunch, Nestle Crunch, and you like go to their website and scan the barcodes in. You'll get her theme, the Tifa theme. Also, if you keep buying candy and build up points, like you unlock stuff in the game. Like there's certain things in the game that you unlock, and then. So
Final Fantasy is doing candy bars, whereas Call of Duty does Mountain Dew.
Right.
Okay.
I'm even though I'm not playing Final Fantasy, I'm more for the candy bar thing.
Right. Yeah.
I agree. Well, because we're more like coffee drinkers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But and then there's another theme, fucking bastards, where they mix like old school Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy 14. If you pre-order Final Fantasy VII and you own Shadowkeep or whatever it is for Final Fantasy 14, the latest expansion, you can download the free theme. And I'm like, I almost bought that game, you motherfuckers.
I was thinking, see, for some reason I thought you said Final Fantasy 15, and I'm like, what if it's just Cloud looking at Noctis going, who's this douchebag?
That would be hilarious.
I would laugh.
But,
I would giggle.
Now, as far as I know, like obviously the pre-order ones, as long as you pre-order, I don't know how long the chocolate ones run and the Tifa one. I don't know how long the Final Fantasy 7 and 14 is going. So who knows how long that's going to run.
The one with the demo, you have to have it before May 11th, or
so you have to try the demo before the 11th.
I don't even know if you have to try it. I think if you just download it.
I should correct myself, not try it. download the game to try it. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, I don't even think you have to open it. I think
No, you don't. The game just has to be downloaded to your PS4.
Okay.
Yes, you are
But
correct.
for those wondering, the secret ending, there's a section in the game where Barrett tells Cloud, how long will this take? If you choose 20 minutes versus 30 minutes, it will unlock the second ending, which I know what it is now, but for people, supposedly people are theorizing this is the beginning of disc 2 or whatever, the part 2.
Oh, okay.
I've already beaten Final Fantasy VII, so I know what it is, so it wasn't a spoiler.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, the game's what, 23 years old now?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah.
Jesus. Well, we were also talking about that because we were talking about the demo last week while I was playing Division 2 with some buddies of mine, and it's just like, how are they going to handle the other parts? Because they don't say, remake disc 1 or part 1 or episode 1. Like, it is just Final Fantasy VII remake.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like, are they going to do it as DLC? Are they going to do it as in, like, if you bought the first game, you get the second one at a discount? Like, how are they going to incentivize the...
I kept saying they got to do it. They got to say something. But you know what? The more I think about it, they might just release this one and not say anything until
they're ready.
They'll treat it like any other game that gets a sequel. They're like, nope. Oh, here's part 2.
Here's if I know anything about just how people react to things, and I'm not an expert on it. I'm not going to pretend to be that here. But what's going to happen is Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to release, and my timeline is going to be full of unbridled passion and love for that game, and I'm totally fine with that. I know, that game is, important to a lot of people, but I have a feeling that 3 months, a year and change might go by without them talking about the second installment. And then at that point, people are going to be like, yo, where's the next part? Because, I don't know how Square is working on this, but if you remember how it was announced, it was announced like 15 minutes into the process, and 4 years have gone by? 5 years?
Yeah.
And 5 years because it was announced in 2015.
Yeah, and people were pissed off in 2017 that no one had talked about it. I'm like, they just announced it. It takes forever. Game making is not quick.
Especially from scratch. And I think there were confirmed reports where they just made the decision to do it like maybe 6 months before E3. Like, it wasn't even that long before E3 where they decided they were going to do the game. So it's like, what do you expect?
Well,
have some patience.
I mean, the director of Kingdom Hearts was like told 5 minutes before E3 that this is your new project, and he's like, wait, what?
He's like, I gotta finish this one over here before
do you know how well, he was probably like, oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts is super simple and easy to explain, that'll be quick.
Yeah.
I do think though, when they announce 2, they will announce the follow-up, because depending on where 2 takes place game wise, people may figure out like, oh well, there's only one more part, like, but depending on where 1 ends, then they may say, oh, there's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Well, this is and Jason's also you're also talking like it's going to end like the discs, right?
Right.
Like, yeah. So like disc 1 will be this episode, disc 2 will be the next one, and disc 3 will be the third and final, and it'll be interesting to see what
happens. It would be real shitty. Say you buy physical disc 1, and you go to buy digital disc part 2, and it doesn't work because you need to have all physical or all digital. Because like there'd be something that like, oh, I need to go back here. How shitty would that be?
That would
if you had physical and they were like, please insert disc 1. I would love to see him do that just as a troll. Like, and then have the Bastion voice go, nah, I'm just fooling. Yeah. Or just be like, instead of hitting X to confirm, just be like, hit circle to like cancel, and then it just goes in and be like, we're just kidding, have a nice day, and go.
I mean, I could, if they didn't, Not even maliciously. If they didn't, I'm sure they thought of it, but like it could be an easy oversight. Like how I couldn't load my Neo save from the PS Plus game because I played on a different version. So I could see a physical versus digital being an issue.
It could be a nightmare.
Or you reach the end of the first one and it just says, "Please be excited for the next installment." That would be funny.
Yeah. Please be excited.
We got our book club. Got some big games coming out soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Well, we got so next week is
Doom Crossing.
Doom. Yeah, Doom Crossing.
Yeah.
Which I was like, I think I don't know if I joked about it last week, but I was joking about it with some buddies of mine where it's like it would be funny, probably y'all, where they put her in as a doll in the game somewhere on the Switch version.
Mm-hmm.
Like just put her in the world and you
Isabel,
collect like 20 of her and you get
they did announce the game will run at 60 FPS on all systems but Switch.
Well, yeah. Switch will probably run like 30.
But I think it was cool that they said PS4 and Pro, Xbox One, and Xbox One X. So it doesn't matter which version, you'll get 60 FPS.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of insane because we've got Doom and Animal Crossing. I mean, I'm not interested in Animal Crossing, but I'm excited for the people that are excited for it.
Well, before you get to Doom, you got Neo 2.
Yeah, Neo 2 is Friday.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That one, sadly, so...
Yeah, I have to wait on that.
We have to wait on that because I pre-ordered 2 games recently because I want to relive the late 90s. You know.
Yeah, you got Resident Evil, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Right into Last of Us.
I mean, that is the video game equivalent of I'm Al Bundy. I played high school football.
Right. I mean, and they're back to back. So it's like April 3rd is Resident Evil 3, which if it's anything like Resident Evil 2, it's going to be awesome. If they do as
which apparently that nemesis can break into safe rooms.
No. It's been corrected.
So the clarification was there are save points that are not in safe rooms.
Yes.
Those he can break into.
So the guy that was playing
he cannot get into a safe room.
Yeah,
but there are save points that are not in a safe room.
Yeah, the guy that reported on it was playing. It was an Xbox site or something. He was playing it and he broke into a room that had a save state, and so he thought it was a safe room, but it's not. They were like, "No, guys, you got to remember where the safe rooms are, but you'll be safe in the safe rooms."
Okay.
Actually, to be honest, like I don't even know why I pre-ordered it because he's freaking Nemesis is like way worse than Mr. X.
Yeah. I'm like Moose is gonna have nightmares.
It'd be cool if there was a mode they unlocked where you're never safe, where he can pursue you no matter what.
That would be cool if that was like ultimate, like
that turns into like Outlast though, doesn't it?
Nemesis mode. They could just call it Nemesis mode, and you just play and
Resident Evil 3, the Nemesis system.
I feel like though it'd be kind of weird because like you get into a room and it's like, how are you gonna how can you save or do anything? You know what I mean? Like there'd have to be like a point where maybe in Nemesis mode where he slows down, like where they slow him down a little bit, so like you can run him to an end of a hallway, run
or
past
something
him.
Like if you enter the room and he's not pursuing you, you're safe. But if you think you can go to the room in a pursuit, it doesn't stop him.
Yeah, I mean that's a good too. I mean,
it'd be great if the doors remain broken.
Yeah.
And he's just he's like right outside the safe room just staring at you. Just standing in the doorway.
Rest of the game there are literally no walls remaining. He broke down everything. Well then.
Yeah, I still need to play 2, and I'm excited to see you play 3, Moose.
I'm excited to see me play 2. So I've been talking about streaming that leading up to 3. So I do need to start doing that. So I got to prep for that. Maybe I'll start it this weekend.
It'd be cool. You get to rip and tear, then you get ripped and torn.
Yeah. So it's
Rest in
gonna be
peace,
okay.
Rip Torn.
Yeah, that's a fair statement as well. See, like I'm not so I think we talked about it before too. Like I bought Doom 1, 2, and 3 because they were on sale, and I want to play through those. And I liked the 2016 version. Like I thoroughly enjoyed it. I just don't feel. I feel coming into it like I'm not. I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have if I've played more Doom. If that makes sense. So like I didn't understand like how like mainly like I did a lot of running and like hiding to not die, whereas in like in Doom you really need to be like in each enemy's face, like pulling your visceral boot, quote unquote visceral boot, so that you can steal health back and ammo and stuff. And so like I feel like I want to go back and retry it to play Doom 2016, but I am excited about Doom Eternal. Like not as excited as you two are because you know Jason like lives, breathes, and eats Doom. So he'll have it beat. We were talking about it. He'll have it beat before like the weekend's over. Like he'll get it next week, and then like come Sunday night, he'll be like beaten. He'll send it in our chat. He'll be like done. Yeah, done. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm really excited for that game. I'm more excited for it than I was for Doom 2016, and I think that's more because like when Doom 2016 was announced, I'm like, oh, doing another Doom game.
Yeah, you're like, what are they gonna do? Like, now you know it's more of the same.
Well, it's more of the same, but also they're deepening the combat.
Yeah,
in a lot of ways.
You get a sword. You get to laser sword.
I feel like this is also them moving towards a platform for Doom, as in like, here's a game and we'll release content for it. You know what I mean? Like instead of it's Doom Eternal. What are you going to name the next Doom game? Do you know what I mean?
And I'm excited to play Doom 64. We get that for free with the purchase.
Doesn't that drop before, or does it drop the same day?
Same day.
It is the same day.
Yeah.
I could have, or maybe it was before the date got pushed out. Because I could have swore they were like, if you pre-order.
Well, they were also talking about it being on Stadia, which it still isn't.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I
bet you're glad you dodged that shit show.
Yeah, I'm more excited about it every day. Speaking of which, last episode we talked about what Animal Crossing is about. I watched a couple more videos on it, but I don't remember any of them.
So apparently it didn't leave a good impression.
No, it's not. No, it's not that it is. Whenever I have a chance to actually sit down and watch that, like I watch it and I have like positive feelings about it, but it never sticks with me, and I don't know why. So maybe one day, maybe later on in the year, I'll have a chance to actually pick up Animal Crossing and play it, so I can tell you guys about it. But as of right now, I just don't have that money. And other games are on my priority list.
So we were talking recently in our chat for the show. Jason was saying how he likes that one channel when I was looking up games for PAX East, I just looked up like top games at PAX East, and this is the only one that like came up. And so I watched it. I was like, oh, these games look cool. And then Jason was like, oh, I like this channel. And I looked up, so I went back and subscribed to him. And then I was just watching like top upcoming Metroidvania games. And I'm like, I didn't even know half of these existed. More than half. Yep. I was like, man, I only knew about like maybe 3 or 4 of them. So I was like, this is pretty awesome. And so that, and then a lot of them, this is also the thing that was making me want to move towards Switch with indie games. It's just because it's like PC and Switch, Steam and Switch. You know what I mean? And it also is the thing of like the Switch doesn't have, well, it used to not have a lot of games on it. And now it does, but it's got the portability. It's basically what the Vita should have been. And exactly. So like you can take it with you. Like I was playing our book of the month book club, or I was playing our game of the month game, and I was like, man, I might want to double dip with this on the Switch so I could take it with me because it's just a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But I'm looking at those and I'm like, man, these games are going to be freaking awesome. I think even one of them comes out this month. I forget which one it is, but yeah, it's just
I think it was there was in the Facebook group that we run at the end of our show we run like a little service announcement for Phoenix Overdrive to donate to their Extra Life campaign every year, and I was in their Facebook group and someone asked about like actually buying a Switch, and I'm like, well, if you even come close to, if you like, let's say you own a console but you don't want to play indie games on it, which it's not my way of playing games, because I predominantly look to indies first before I look to AAA games. But there are people out there who just, they look at AAA games and avoid indies. Get a Switch and use that as your indie machine, because just about look at what Scourge Bringer. It's not announced for PS4 or Xbox One, but it is announced for Switch.
Yeah. My friend Pedro aped out.
Yeah,
The Messenger.
I mean, there are plenty of phenomenal indie. I think my argument was like just about every single important indie game from the last decade is on Switch.
Yeah, because they've even pushed like Bastion to it.
Yeah, the only two that I can think of that aren't are Pyre and Spelunky.
But Spelunky 2 is supposedly coming. That would be nice if they put Spelunky 1 into
that. Yeah, if they did that as a double pack on Switch, they totally would. I remember,
or not even a double pack, just be like, here's the bonus game, here's the levels or whatever. That would be cool.
But yeah, the Switch is perfect for indie games. And even if you're just looking at, Nintendo first party stuff. Nintendo first party stuff on the Switch has not been bad. In fact, it's been
really good.
It's been almost flawless this generation.
I'd agree with that statement.
And like, you could talk. I don't know a lot of people that played Yoshi, but the people that played it didn't think it was bad. I don't remember if there was a Kirby game that came out.
No, but there's that free to play. Yeah, Kirby All Stars or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that game.
But even some of the remaster, I guess, from the Wii U.
From the Wii U, yeah. Tropical Freeze is one of the best platformers ever, and Captain Toad Treasure Trackers.
I was gonna say Captain Toad. I didn't own a Wii U.
Bayonetta.
But I had to play both of those games.
Yeah, Bayonetta 1 and 2 are on it. Yeah.
Although Bayonetta 1 was other consoles, but 2. So
yeah.
If you, I think the pack came with 1. Like if you bought Bayonetta 2, you got.
Yeah. Bayonetta 2 is such a phenomenal game. That and like Mario Maker were reasons I bought a Wii U, and do not regret that at all.
Yeah, and then like they even have like.
My first experience with Bayonetta was on Wii U because like I completely missed it on PS3.
Yeah. Astral Chain,
Astral Chain I've not played. I know you did.
Yeah, it's fun. So I gotta die.
Wonderful 101's coming back out, and if you missed that on Wii U, that was great. I would love for them to put Pikmin on Switch, Pikmin 3, because that was a great Wii U game. But we could talk about that forever.
Even if you're just like, I can only do bite-sized stuff with the system because I'll be mobile. You know what I mean? I'm on the go. Like I can play for 20, 30 minutes on the train to work or something. It's like you can still get those really good bite-sized games. And then also like Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild in of itself is worth getting the Switch. I don't think I've ever, that would be the second time that I've said a system is worth a purchase just for one game, and the first one would be Bloodborne, would be the PS4.
Yeah.
If I'm sure I would say the same thing with PS3 and Demon Souls had I have played the game, but like a Switch, like if you just get one game on that system and that's all you play like till the end of its life and it's Breath of the Wild, do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that game is just so good.
Yeah, it is really good. So we've meandered a bit. What do you say we cut out?
Yep.
Kind of a short show this week. I'll take it.
Oh,
Was it short or was it efficient?
it was efficient.
That's right. All right. So,
Well, we hope we get some people to join us in the game club.
yes, April 6th. And this is our 10th episode, gentlemen.
It is. We made it to 10.
Yeah.
Made it to 10. Now we got to stack that 10 times and make it 200.
Yeah. No, just hold on. Let's just get to 11.
Yeah, let's get through the week.
Let's get to
All right.
What would a year be? Year would be
52. Yeah.
We got to get to 52, guys. Should be able to do that.
We can do 52.
All right.
And then we'll reboot it and we'll go for the new 52.
Mm.
Like Marvel and shit. Yeah. Or was that DC? I don't
That
know.
was DC. That was definitely not Marvel. But I'm glad that you corrected yourself instead of just continuously going with Marvel. And we don't need.
Oh,
Farley
And then
Todd,
we'll do a Story Route Zero rebirth, and then
Yeah.
the Story Route Zero golden
Silver
okay,
Age.
Anyway. Bye.
Let's get out of here. Moose.
Bye.
At Story Route Zero, we have some cool friends who do some cool things, and I'd like to tell you about them. Phoenix Overdrive uses the power of games and gamers to help heal sick kids through the charity Extra Life. Phoenix Overdrive fundraises for Children's Miracle Network hospitals all year, every year, and the fund culminates in a 24-hour gaming marathon. Find out more about their events and projects online via Facebook at facebook.com/Phoenix Overdrive or on Twitter and Instagram at PHX_Overdrive. You can also join the Facebook group of Pawn Stars at facebook.com/groups/PO Nation in order to share and discuss all the latest in nerd culture. They've also got a podcast, Nerd Overdrive, which you can see weekly at youtube.com/Phoenix Overdrive. You can also catch it on Facebook Live or twitch.tv/PHX_Overdrive. That podcast is also published on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Stitcher. You want merch? They got merch. Merch can be ordered from tinyurl.com/PHXOD merch, a portion of which goes to their fundraising efforts. Join the nation and be a hero to sick kids, as El Capitan Rey Osorio, Lee the Maestro, and Becky, the lovely queen of the guild, always say, #Rise Above. This has been an episode of Story Route Zero. Thank you for coming along on this journey. We sincerely hope you enjoyed yourself as much as we enjoyed having you. Once again, you can find everything we do at StoryRoute0.com. Hit us up on Twitter at StoryRoute_0, or you can email us at StoryRoute0@gmail.com. If you'd like to hit us up individually anywhere, you can find Moose at Sven, that's SVHENN, everywhere on social media. That's PSN, that's Twitter, that's Instagram. You can also find him on Twitch, streaming games. You can find Jason Marshall at GimpyJ, with 2 Y's at the end. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's Twitch, and he also has a website called whereisthepausebutton.com. Captain Canada is the only Story Route Zero exclusive. He's the only one you can only find right here on the show. As for me, I'm Infinite_Rewind everywhere I'd like to be. That's Twitter, that's Instagram, that's PSN, and Twitch. I also have my own website, InfiniteRewind.com, where I do all sorts of weird writing and rambling. Check us out at all the places. And remember, you are always welcome, and you will always have a seat waiting for you on this ride. But for now, it's back to the real world for us. We will see you on the next one.